Hey everybody, Brett Seipels here from Seipels Records, coming at you with another take-home video. So this is all the stuff that I either took home from the store in February or stuff that I just ordered or found, out and about. February was great. It's weird, it felt a little slow, but it was actually better than January, so I appreciate all of the support and the slow climb up. But for real, thank you for coming into the store. Thank you for the comments, the likes, the shares, all of that stuff. I really appreciate it. If you're not already, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the two big ones. Everything is at Seipels Records, and be sure to like and subscribe to this channel for more content. I am going to be shooting more stuff than just take-home videos. It's just finding the time to, to do that. So we'll get right into it. First thing, we'll do cassettes first because I got some cool ones. First one is Shadow King. I had never heard of this band. My buddy Brandon, who is my cassette guy and now 8-track guy too, got me this, and I listened to it and I was like, man, this sounds like Foreigner. Well, it's because Lou Gramm is the singer on it. So it's Lou Gramm on vocals, Bruce Turgeon on bass, Vivian Campbell from Def Leppard and Dio on guitar, and then Kevin Valentine on drums, which is cool because he did some Kiss stuff. He played on a couple of tracks, so that's very cool. Shadow King, check it out. It's 80s hard rock stuff with Lou Gramm, so you can't go wrong. You probably saw me post about this if you follow the page, but I got Eddie Murphy Comedian, I think, or maybe, yeah, just Eddie Murphy. There's nothing super special. I mean, Eddie Murphy is hilarious, but this thing had the original receipt from where they bought it at Disc Jockey, August 26th, 86. So how cool is that? We used to have a Disc Jockey in our mall. We had Disc Jockey in Camelot when I was growing up. Disc Jockey always had better stuff, but Camelot was a little cheaper. But yeah, they're just not around anymore. But yeah, so I had to keep that because that's just super cool. Eddie Murphy's hilarious. A friend of mine brought this in. It is a sealed Kiss Alive 2 with the Super or Sound Savers sticker. So this is like an 85 polygram reissue. This is volume 1. But he just brought it in, gave it to me, and yeah, it's going in my collection. I'll probably sell my open copy of it if it's different. I need to compare though. Another thing that's super cool. A friend of mine, Michelle, who owns books, DVDs, and games in Terre Haute, brought me in a bunch of cassettes, and in there was this. This is an original 1978 double platinum cassette with the double case, which is crazy. You just don't see them like this, like they open, like that. Really cool though. Got the blue lettering on the tape, so that's super fun. I don't have a lot of original Kiss cassettes. A lot of my stuff is like 85 reissues or later, so trying to nail those down. I had a sealed Peter Criss solo cassette from 78 that I ended up trading to another friend for some other stuff at the time. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's the way it goes.
Uh, we'll stick with Kiss for a second. I got
Revenge. This is just the CD, but it is the CRC version. If you can see that little CRC by the barcode there. So Columbia House, the disc on it, like the colors on the disc are different from the regular one. I believe the regular one has got a blue logo and this has got the red. So if you ever see anything like that, usually there's a reason for it being different. I bought a huge metal collection of CDs. I've let certain people go through them and I've priced quite a bit of them, so those are at the store. If you're into metal, like black metal, death metal, some power metal, stuff like that, stuff you don't see all that often, I have a ton of it right now, and I've let a few friends of mine go through and pick through, and I've sold a lot of it, but a lot of it is still there too. So if you want to check that out, be sure to ask me and I'll show you where it is. But in there was some stuff that I wanted. I decided to let go of some stuff that was in there. There's a whole bunch of, like, you know, the Ozzy reissues from the 90s, and then a lot of Sabbath records, you know, CDs. And I just decided to let that go. I've got all that stuff on vinyl, so I don't need to get crazy with CDs. But I did take this. Trivium is my favorite, like, newer metal band, and The Crusade is probably my second favorite record of theirs behind Shogun, just because this is the album that got me into Trivium. So if you like heavy stuff but you don't like the Cookie Monster vocal stuff, you should check out Trivium if you haven't. Last CD, which is really 5 CDs. This came through the store. This is like a Blackfoot anthology. I have the Rat version of this with all of their records, and then I believe I have a Van Halen one too, but it's a little different than this. But yeah, so this has got Blackfoot Strikes, Tomcatton, Marauder, Siogo, or however you say that, and then Vertical Smiles, which is a fantastic title. You should look up the album cover to that. It's great. So yeah, all the good Blackfoot stuff. Ricky Medlock is a badass for sure. Okay. I got a few 45s. First one we'll do. I made a comment on Facebook the other day that I loved Wang Chung, and then one of my friends was like, no one has ever said that, you know, so here I am, I'm saying it. This is a Wang Chung single from Breakfast Club, which is one of my favorite movies ever. This is Fire in the Twilight, and this is a promo copy too. Kind of hard to see, but right there says promotional copy not for sale. So that's super cool. Nice picture sleeve. Got the Breakfast Club people on it. Yeah, I like you know, 80s pop / new wave stuff. Here's another promo, I believe. Yep. This is 38 Special, Somebody Like You, killer song. This might be my favorite, like, album of theirs, Strength in Numbers. But again, it's on A&M, and it's got the promo down there at the bottom. I've seen 38, I think 4 times, and man, they just kill it. You know what I mean? Don Barnes still sounds amazing. So if you get a chance to go see them, you should. Excuse me. Here's another one. I haven't listened to this yet, but House of Lords. This is I Want to Be Loved and Call My Name. So this is a late 80s, kind of hair band. But what's cool about this is it is on the Simmons Records label. So that's Gene Simmons' label that he had in the 80s. So I gotta have that for the Kiss factor. And House of Lords has some good tunes too. All right, here's a fun one. This is Baltimora, Tarzan Boy. And this is a 4 jukeboxes only white label, and it's clear translucent green vinyl. So super, super cool. And if you watch wrestling in AEW, this song has really come back into popularity with people like that because of Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. This was his intro music when he was still doing the Jungle Boy thing. So hoping he comes back for that. Here's the last 45. This thing, it's kind of weird. I didn't know what it was when I got it, but it's Angel, and I like Angel. They were also on Casablanca with Kiss. So it's the Winter Song 45, and then on the back it's got the Japanese cover for it. So like I think this was the French cover, this is the Japanese cover, and it's on white vinyl. And so when I was looking this up, I couldn't really find much about it, and it's on Lilith, which is a Russian company. This came in a singles box set for Angel. So I just got the one single, but it's cool. Maybe someday I'll find the box set, but I decided to keep that for now. And so not media related, but kind of cool. This came in an empty reel-to-reel box, I think. But it is the Columbia Stereo Tape Catalog. So all of the reel-to-reels that were available in this time period up until September of '66. So nothing super cool in here for me. But it's good to have, it's history. Like a lot of people, if you were collecting reels, from that time, it just gives you the whole list of everything that was available through Columbia House, which is super awesome. Yeah, September of '66. So, I don't know. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. All right. Moving on, 12-inch records. If you watched my last video, you saw that I got Hot Stuff by Jerry Reed, and then that kind of sent me on a path to try and find all the records that I don't have. He's got a ton of records. A lot of times, sometimes it was 2 or 3 a year. And then the earlier ones, they can be tough. So I just got this in the other day, and I ordered it on the 29th, I think, so it still counts for February. But this is Jerry Reed, the Uptown Poker Club. It's got the cool RCA Experience sticker. This is the orange label Dynaflex. This was sealed when I got it. It looked like there were some fingerprints on it though, so I don't know. I wouldn't think that a reseal would have this sticker. Like, why would you go to the trouble to recreate that sticker? But regardless, it's super cool. And yeah, just clean the fingerprints off. Maybe it's somebody from the factory. Another one is Better Things in Life. This is orange label, but it is the rigid, as they call it. So it's not a Dynaflex. So it's a little, thicker and heavier. not as wobbly, which some of the Dynaflex stuff is like super thin, especially the Blue Label stuff. Some of the orange stuff is, you know, is fine. This is, I believe this is the last Jerry Reed. Don't quote me on that, but this is Nashville Underground. I think this is his second record. Like I said, some of that earlier stuff is tough. This is on the black RCA Stereo Dynagroove label. So, you know, you see a lot of Elvis and stuff like that. So it's cool to see Jerry Reed on something like that. Am I going too fast? I feel like I'm like flying through this stuff. I did get a couple of new things. Like, you know, I've been keeping a few things for myself, you know, when I get them in at the store. I got the new Linkin Park Lost Demos from the Meteora record. Man, when Linkin Park debuted, I swear I was the first person in my school to know about them. You know, I saw the video for One Step Closer off Hybrid Theory, and I just got obsessed with them. So Hybrid Theory and Meteora are like the two like big records for me with them. It's kind of hit or miss after that for me, but you know, this was cool. Just a bunch of demos. I think there's some instrumental stuff on here too. I'd listened to it the other day, but I need to listen to it again. But yeah, anything with those two first record, you know, those two first studio records with them, I'm gonna most likely be getting. So I don't know if I'm keeping this yet or not, but I had one in the store and just sold it the other day. And this is a much nicer copy, but this is Pet Sounds. This is an original Duophonic stereo copy. Jacket on this is pretty good, normal amount of wear, you know. There is a name on the back of it. I know a lot of people didn't think about that stuff back in the day, but it just sucks for us now. And there's, the lady wrote her name on the label and put a label with her name on it. So there's the label. And then there's that. Like if it got lost, you know, you're gonna bring it back to her or something. But I'll probably keep this for a while. I've got a really nice Analog Productions mono copy. You know, it's pressed at QRP. It sounds amazing, but maybe one day I'll get the stereo version of that and be good. But for now, we'll stick with that. This is, I got this from a friend of mine, Francois, who comes in. He's not into stuff like this. He's into jazz and some world music and weird stuff. Weird to me, but this is, like I said, Striper to Hell with the Devil. This has the, this isn't the normal cover, and it says, you know, stuff about the cover on this little hype sticker. So that was cool. You know, yellow and black attack, you know, to hell with the devil. Striper is great. And they're a lot more metal than, you know, than what you would normally think. Another thing that I got from Francois is British Steel, Judas Priest. Again, one of my favorite metal bands. It's like Metallica, Priest, Trivium, you know, those are the top ones. But what's cool about this copy is it's a white label promo. So I actually didn't have an original of this. I mean, I've had a bunch of them, but I never had a really good one. And so I had a 2008 reissue. So I'm going to put that out at the store and hang on to the white label promo. Anytime I can get my hands on a promo or a first pressing. That's normally what I do. Oh, there's another Jerry Reed. This is Sweet Love Feelings. Just hanging out with some girls. This is on the dog black RCA label, whatever you want to call that. I'm sure there's a technical term for it, you know, but I'm just not there yet. So yeah, I got a lot of Jerry Reed, so I got a lot of picking to listen to. Excuse me. I already had this record, and I have one more of these at the store. But when I originally bought this, I bought just the red normal copy for myself. And then I got them in at the store, and I got a couple signed copies. So I ended up keeping one of the signed Rock City Machine Company records for myself. And then I put my original red copy that I got for myself in the store. So it's in the bins used. If you don't know, this is Ryan Spencer Cook, Jeremy Asbrock, and Phil Schaus. They are in Ace Frehley's band. Phil is playing with Accept right now. And they were in Gene Simmons's solo band too. These guys are just awesome. You know, this record is great. So if you'd like just straight up, you know, rock and roll stuff, you should check this out. And like I said, I do have one copy of another signed copy in the store, and I've got some blue vinyl and some red vinyl, just standard copies. So we did sell out of the CDs, but we still have the vinyl. Another 80s pop thing, Billy Ocean. What is this called? Tear Down These Walls. So this has got Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car on it. It's a killer song. So yeah, love Billy Ocean. I've got quite a few of his records, so I always try and keep those when I get them. Nothing super special about the label. Oh, I guess this is a CRC. So if you look right down there, it says CRC, the Jive label. CRC is tricky. They can hide stuff from you. Ah, yeah. If you look on the back of here, it's right there. So, Columbia House issue. Okay. This is a record that I had already, but I didn't have... I had a promo of it, but it wasn't a white label promo, and it didn't have the sticker on the front. So this is Jim Peterick, Don't Fight the Feeling. It's got the timestamp sticker for, you know, radio stations and all that there. It's also got the demonstration not for sale gold stamp. And like I said, this is a white label promo, so that's cool. The other copy I have is an orange label Epic, and it has the gold stamp on the jacket, but it didn't have the sticker on the front, so that's a nice upgrade. If you don't know who Jim Peterick is, he is the keyboard player in Survivor, so that's one of the huge reasons that I'm a fan. He was also in a band called Vehicle. No, he was in a band called the Ides of March. They had a hit song called Vehicle, so you've actually probably heard it if you don't know what it is, so look that up. I'm not going to take this out of the plastic because it's a pain to get this thing back in here. But I believe this came from my aunt, Anne, so thank you. This is In Through the Outdoor. This is my favorite Zeppelin record. I know that a lot of people will probably think I'm crazy for that, but I just love, you know, in the evening and, you know, Fool in the Rain, being a drummer, that groove is killer. So, this is cover C, I believe. I've got A, B, C, E, and F, so I think I need D to complete it. So 5 out of the 6. But if you don't know about that, they have 6 different covers, and it's all of this guy sitting at a bar, but it's from different angles, and that's a Hipgnosis thing. So if you don't know who Hipgnosis is, check out Squaring the Circle on Netflix, and it's killer. They've done so many amazing album covers, you know, throughout the years. So we are actually winding down. I need to do a whole video just on this one record, but I did get this in. So this is Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. I believe this is a UK pressing, but probably the Netherlands, sorry. But what's cool about this, UFO label, right? But this one is a misprint, and there's no text on this side. So been looking for this one for a while. It's a known misprint. It popped up on Discogs, and I bought it like instantly. And you know, it's probably not worth a whole lot, but to me, being a Smashes guy, you know, it's just another variant. I've got a copy of this from every country that made one, ever. The only thing I'm missing is a Czechoslovakian promo. So if you have one of those, get a hold of me. I think I said that in the last video too. Still on the hunt. All right, so last but not least, I got a couple of Theory of a Deadman things. I finally broke down and bought their new record. I just kept forgetting to do it. Dinosaur. It's actually really good. It's a nice return to form for them. The 2 records before this, I think, are absolute trash. I mean, they're horrendous records. But I got their new one, Dinosaur. That's great. And then I also broke down and bought the Theory of a Deadman box set. And so this has got their first 6 records in it. And they're all, I don't know, there's something different about each one of them. So there's a few things. It does come with a Flexi 45 of Nothing Could Come Between Us and Invisible Man. I tried to put this on and listen to it, and the hole is too small. And so I wasn't going to sit there and fight it. But it is cool. You know, this thing comes out of here. It's clear, you know. This is one of the records I don't like. So I'm not going to open this because I'll never listen to it. I don't think there's anything special about this one either. I think it's just the black vinyl. Let me see here. Let me make sure. Yeah. Also, this is Savages. This is the record before they did, you know, the last one, and then the one after that I don't like. This is cool. It's pretty heavy. Alice Cooper's on this, so that's always fun. This is the black version. I already had this, but the hype sticker on mine is different than this, so I'm gonna have to keep them both. One of my favorite Theory records is The Truth Is, and looks like this. It's a nice gatefold with the dudes, and this is on white vinyl, so that's pretty cool. I could say that all these are favorite records of mine, but here's another one that, you know, takes me back to a pretty specific time in life, as music tends to do. This is Scars and Souvenirs. Also a gatefold. And I believe most of these, you couldn't get unless you got this box set or, it's like a foreign pressing or whatever. This one is on glow-in-the-dark green vinyl, so that's super cool. There's the label. Looks much more green in real life than it does in the camera, but there's that. Gasoline is next. This is the record that got me into them. At the time I was working at a car dealership and as a mechanic, and we would listen to the ISU station 89.7, and they back in the good old days they played a lot of like newer hard rock stuff, so they were playing Say Goodbye from this record, which is one of my favorite songs, and that's what got me into them. And then I went and saw them, and just kind of fell in love. I actually got to play guitar with Tyler, and friends with Joey on Facebook, and we chat every now and then, so it's always fun. This is just black vinyl, but a great record, and I'm happy to have all this stuff on vinyl finally. Okay, one more. This is the self-titled record. Tyler's got his mustache going on there. Also gatefold. Sorry, trying to figure out this camera thing. This one is actually a picture disc, which I'm not a huge picture disc guy unless it's collecting purposes. But I did listen to this and it sounded pretty good, especially for a picture disc, so I guess they're figuring it out. I believe that is it as far as new stuff that I got. I do have a lot of stuff coming, and there are a few things that I did not include because I just got them the other day, so we'll just hold off until next time. Like I said, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff to this page on YouTube. Follow us at Cyphals Records on Instagram and Facebook. I do have a Twitter or an X, but I don't really use it, so there's that. I'm also on TikTok at Cyphals Records. I need to put more content out there. So as far as new stuff, I've been getting more used stuff in. I mean, it's seemingly every day someone's bringing stuff in. So, if you're a regular to the store, just keep checking. Like my buddies Ted and Adam, they'll be in Tuesday, I'm sure, for Coffee Club. And I just ordered probably around 100 new records, and then I have some pre-ordered stuff that's coming too. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it.